In another place, the pitch was underway, with 3 hopefuls trying products. The travel monopoly was looking good at first, but weight and detail let it down. Of the pictures, one was a child, the other, a bit too cocksure, was patronising, leaving the yoga woman on the panel frustrated, though she liked the product. The plane, made out of sheet metal, and the plastic monopoly parts went better. But soon this too was put aside, and a yoga session was instigated on red mats. The 3rd member of the pitching team was more annoyed with this, waking up. Tiny bottles of interesting food additive sipped the Spartan night air like worms. Beer Crate ruminated on the complexity of people replacement with a plume. There was some talk about wool usage during the wars and attacks of moths. Cold, open, blue eyes dabbed at distant memories, clashing the hell out of them. The aspirations of the masses seemed now all about the material nothingness. The eye, tired of its hiding place amongst the dust, fled out into the night's air. Donald Trump looked at Sulu from Star Trek and sacked him with his stupidity. Meanwhile, the one-eyed man had been about the hills and drinking houses. He was at his business in the same way that a giraffe nibbles leaves from above. Finger Girl had been rather sad and troubled in the worryingly early day's shine. Despite the one-eyed man's insistence all was well, she needed the dark covers. James Coburn was totally overlooked as the major wearer of roll-neck jumpers. During the dark night, the recurrence of unnecessary ghosts raised up again. Like forgotten numbers in wallets' recesses, they flared into all-seeing blatantly. Faces excluded from the present danced and pranced like drying bedsheets, and stung at the old wounds they made with hardened axe and trumpet's blare. The last gurgle-burgle of freezer kept a particle of the world sane, but only just, while lips cracked with the cold hot of inside-outside like old gloss paint on silk. The eye was conscious that his purpose was somewhat confused as he moved. Should he regain a sense of oneness with the world, or simply roll onward still? As he spun on, the world rotating round like a vision from delirium's watchings, he felt his was the only observed sight and pictured view in the entire world. Not even the Beer Crate could compete with his so magnificent observations. The terror was knowing this, as he was always one to rescind responsibilities. Trailing optic nerves as if they were a car's dragged rubber lightning conductor, he went on into the grim night, like Clint Eastwood in his in-between film years. Many miles away, hippie girls attacked the Catholic Church in an aggressive way, having their pagan attitudes aroused by some sad news story like they care. The sledgehammer was none too impressed, as he was anti-pagan sacrifices. The one-eyed man, though not a papist, was protective of the tiny window guy. Meanwhile, the drama continued in his head at a pace, in all too familiar a way, like the banging and grinding systems at play in the outside sombre grey world. Nothing was as it should be, according to the youngish, green-eyed policeman.